This is Solo P1. Welcome to episode 50 of the Flaming Tarmac. We got there, number 50. I never thought I was going to get there. To be fair, I felt like I was stuck in the 20s. But I'm finally here at episode 50. This is a landmark for me. A landmark. Episode 50. I'm on episode 1. I've got another podcast what's out. It's called The Debrief. Go and check that out on my channel. Episode 1 uploaded yesterday. We done a live episode, me and Toto Hammer. That is on the channel right now. Go check that out. Go and show that video some love. And go and show Toto Hammer some love as well. Today. You know, one day you just wake up and you think, you know what, I'm going to have one day off. One day off from the F1 news or whatever's going on in the football Liverpool world with the 7-up beating Man United 7-0, which I love that so much. I loved it. But you know, one day you think, you know what, one day you're going to have one day off with no F1 news, no nothing. But me, I'm not like that. I had to go on Twitter, didn't I? I had to go on Twitter. I had to start surfing the internet and start looking at my phone, digging for news, knowingly that eventually I was going to find something, because today was going to be my day off. Like I said, I wasn't going to do nothing today. I was just going to sit there and just chill, go and do my thing, do my other stuff. Just nothing to do with F1, but I am not wired that way. I had to look. I'm just fast by nature. So I started looking on the internet, started looking at my my news sources, my F1 news sources, my some guys on YouTube, the guys on Twitter I follow. And I started getting this news about Lewis Hamilton, saying that Lewis Hamilton believes that Mercedes did not listen to him when he questioned their concept of the 2023 car. That's what Lewis is saying. So, again, you got people coming on the internet and they're saying, oh, Lewis is leaving. That doesn't sound like a man who wants to stay with Mercedes. Again, people jump into conclusions. No, that doesn't say that he's leaving Mercedes. He's just basically saying he knew this car was horse crap. Very simple. He knew the F1 car was horse crap. The W14. He knew from the beginning. And basically, he was just basically saying that. That's all it was. There was nothing big about it. Look, you know the people that are saying that Lewis is going to leave? The people are saying that are Max Verstappen and Red Bull fans or McLaren fans. They're not true Mercedes fans. They're not true Lewis Hamilton fans. Because if you look, Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton have said multiple times that Lewis Hamilton is not leaving Mercedes. He's going to sign another contract. He's going to. People are just trying to sow division between Lewis and Mercedes, because the people that do not like Lewis Hamilton, they want him out of Formula One. And that includes fans, haters, the board, the F1 media, the FIA. They all want him out of Formula One because they believe that Lewis Hamilton is a nuisance to them. A nuisance. Because he's wearing the jewelry, because he wants to. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. Naomi Schiff for Sky Sports. She came out on, I think it was Saturday, qualifying day. She says, I've been wearing jewelry since the beginning of my career in motorsports. Nobody said nothing. This is Naomi Schiff. She's in go-karts. She's been in international racing. She drove for the women's racing. Nobody said nothing to her. Nobody. Lewis Hamilton's been wearing jewelry for over 10 years in Formula One. Earrings, no studs. But nobody said nothing. Now, all of a sudden now, they're making up this rule. The FIA said, this is not targeted at Lewis Hamilton. Well, far as I know, Lewis Hamilton is the only one that wears jewelry. I don't see Carlos Sainz wearing jewelry. I don't see Max Verstappen wearing jewelry. I don't see George Russell wearing jewelry. Lewis Hamilton is the only one wearing jewelry. So obviously it's targeted at Lewis Hamilton. Let's just keep it real, okay? Stop lying. Stop lying to the public. We've got eyes. We can see. There's 4K TV now, OLED. We can clearly see he's wearing jewelry and that. It's not like the 1980s and the 1970s where you can't really see the TV and you're back in the day and you're trying to adjust the aerial. No, this is 2023. There's OLED 4K and there's actually virtual reality that you can actually watch TV now and it looks like you're actually in the garage. So don't lie to us. We know it's targeted at Lewis Hamilton. But basically, all Lewis said is, look, he knew the concept was wrong. He knew, but they didn't listen. What about George Russell? Remember that? George Russell. You remember on Sunday what he said? I think he was reporting, I think it was ESPN. I think he was talking to ESPN News. He says that he can see Red Bull winning every single race this season. Now, he can see Red Bull winning every single race this season. That's what George Russell said. Okay, that's his opinion. I never saw no one hating on that, though. I never saw no article, no big news outlet, no auto sport, no race.net. I never saw none of these supposedly credible websites saying anything about George Russell, being negative about George Russell. No. So he can come out and say that, which he can say. There's nothing wrong with that. It's his opinion. And I agree. Not all of it about every race this season. I think he's going a bit too far. But what George Russell said, that's his opinion. And I haven't got a problem with that at all. Not one problem. But the problem I've got is George Russell can say that. But if Lewis Hamilton says that, everybody jumps on it. That's the problem I've got. So just keep it real, guys and girls. Keep it real. At the end of the day, Lewis Hamilton said that he knew at the beginning of the season that that car was horse crap. His opinion, nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean he's going to leave, okay? That does not mean he's going to leave Formula One. I know you want him to leave Formula One, but he's not going to leave Formula One because he's dedicated to Mercedes. Did you hear what Lewis Hamilton said at the end of the race on Sunday? He says, great effort, guys. We can move forward. Let's go. But nobody said nothing about that, about Lewis being positive. They just want to say anything what Lewis says that they deem negative. They just want to jump on it. Doesn't work that way. Just keep it real, okay? Stop the hate and be positive. If your lives are not that good, yeah, just don't tweet. Don't report the news. If you're going to report crap and you're going to report negativity, do not report the news. That's all I ask. Just don't report it. Make your life better. No. Also, Damon Hill was on Sky Sports as well. He was saying, which I agree with him, Damon Hill. He said, look, I partly agree with Damon Hill, not all of it, partly. He says it's embarrassing watching the customer, which is Aston Martin, and beating the supplier, which is Mercedes, because we all know that Aston Martin is supplied with a Mercedes engine. Fair enough. Now, it's only one race. This is 23 races in this season. 23 races. So, okay, Alonso done amazing. Alonso, if you know me, Alonso and Lewis Hamilton are the two best drivers on the grid. My opinion. If you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. Don't put hate in the comments. Just don't agree with it. Fair enough. I respect your opinion. You should respect mine. Now, he says Alonso had an amazing Sunday. The race wasn't about Max Verstappen, even though Max Verstappen won the race by about 30, 40 seconds. So, Alonso winning that race was absolutely amazing. He had the car, he had the grip, he had the perfect strategy, which I agreed, which I talked about on the debrief yesterday. But Alonso was amazing. He had a great car, he had the great grip, and he had the great strategy. Even though we got hit by Lance Stroll at the beginning, he was still there. Good for him. Now, he won. He didn't win the race, right? He was third. Okay? He was third. Now, he came out, he got third. Obviously, he had the speed. Everybody knows that the Bahrain track is high degradation. It's obviously that the tyres are very good. If you look at Ferrari's strategy, if you look at Ferrari's tyres, their degradation is not good. Now, the Aston Martin degradation is good. So he got the third, okay? He got third, but it's only one race. It's only one race. How is it embarrassing? Aston Martin are paying Mercedes, aren't they? Last time I checked, you don't get Formula One engine for free. So how is it embarrassing? It's not embarrassing. It's the first race. Now, come the end of the season, if Aston Martin are beating Mercedes in the constructors by the end of the season and beat them in the drivers' championship, then I'll come out and say it's embarrassing. But you're just going off one race that is embarrassing to Mercedes. Again, the hate towards Mercedes. If you haven't got nothing good to say, keep your mouth zipped. Very simple. Keep it zipped. If you're not going to contribute nothing to the conversation, if you're going to just hate on Mercedes, if you're just going to hate on all the rest of them, keep your mouth shut. It's very simple. There's no need to hate. We can all get on here. It's the F1 community. Enough of the hate. Just let it go. Come to the end of the season. If Aston Martin, which I don't think so, that they'll beat Mercedes in the constructors, then you can say it's embarrassing. Then you can say it. Now, on to Helmut Marko. Helmut Marko is... This guy, man. Why does Helmut Marko ever talk? Helmut Marko is eager to see if the Ferrari car will collapse. Okay. So he's basically saying the car might collapse. He doubts if the Red Bull will dominate. Okay. So you can take that the way you want to take it. I got no comments on that one. So he's basically what he's saying is the Red Bull car won't dominate. That's his opinion. Let's move on. A lot of people know, like I said, I was talking about George, and he said that he doesn't look like a happy guy. And that's it. James Allison is coming back. So people talk about James Allison. James Allison is back in Formula One. He's coming back to Mercedes. He was out since 2021, James Allison. He's the Italian Motorsport reported it the other day that he'd be back in Formula One and he's going to be returning to Mercedes. He's been off 2 years and he departed in 2021, moving to a sailing team in the UK. And Mike Elliott succeeded James Allison in that role. So James Allison's coming back. I know Toto said they're going to be radical. I don't know what that means. I don't know what they're going to do. Let's see what happens. I've got my opinions on this situation. I believe that Mercedes can crawl back the time. I'm not saying Mercedes are going to win the Constructors' title. No. I am just saying I think there's no way that Mercedes can go through this season doing what they're doing. And I believe, even if Allison wasn't coming back, I believe that Mercedes can make the ground on the car. I believe they can be good. And I believe that they can catch up to Ferrari. That's my opinion. If I am wrong, I am wrong. I'm not an expert in Formula One like a lot of people claim to be in that. They just go on Google and start looking. I am a fan of Formula One. I am a fan of motorsport. And I believe that Mercedes can claw back the time. And that's it. And that's it, man. That's the news I got to report. So hit the subscribe button. Hit the like. Remember. Yeah, no hate. Just be happy. Look, if you're having problems in your life or whatever you need, if you got someone next there, your girl, your mum, whatever, your friend, go give them a hug. Enough of the hate, man. Stop going on Twitter and hating. Stop going on social media and other platforms and YouTube and hating everybody. Just get on, man. It's a motorsport. It's F1. They get paid millions and millions and millions of pounds every year. Do you get paid millions and millions of dollars every year? Ask yourself that. So stop hating on people and let's watch it and enjoy it. And that's it. That's all P1 signing out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget all my socials. My link is not up there today. I usually got a QR code. I didn't put it up today. I'll put it up next video. All the links of I got the link tree link down there. Click on the link tree, open it, and you'll see all my stuff on there. Actually, I'll put the QR code. When I do the video back, I'll put the QR code in it so you can see it on the video. But at the end of the day, right, all my links will be there. And just show the videos some love, man. See you later, guys. Solid P1, signing out. Bye. No!